Ooh, and Danny Sleep is going to be walking with 6 minutes to go. I'm glad I've turned it over. We've got to go for this now, boys. We've got to go for this. Touchline, pings into Route 1. Route 1 to Cummings! Oh, what a finish! Could that be the goal that takes us to the top of the table with 5 minutes remaining? Absolutely wellies it.
Right guys, welcome back to Season 2 of our Rise to Glory with Twitter Town. Now, we've been set some objectives by the board for the coming season, and they were high. They were really, really high. I thought it was going to be like a finish mid-table or avoid relegation, but they want us to reach the playoffs. In the first season in the Vanarama Conference, they want us to reach the playoffs. But not only that, they want us to reach the first round of the FA Cup. It's our first ever trip into the FA Cup this season, and we start in the fourth qualifying round anyway, so hopefully if we can win that game, then we'll be up, obviously we'll complete that objective. But I just thought it was a little bit, just aim low, and anything more than that is a bonus. And the FA Trophy, they want us to reach the semi-final. Obviously we did that last year, but that could have been a one-off. We're going to be a busy team this year. Anyway, I'm going to take you straight over to the finances because we've got some things to discuss. The finances, as you can see, there is a massive jump in finances. Now, if you've been following on Twitter, you'll know that we've lost 2 of our first team players. And throughout the entire of last season, I was trying to keep them in our team. I set massive, really, really high, like asking prices. And the teams that kept coming in for the same players, which was, we'll go through it in a minute, they just kept upping it and upping it and upping it. And eventually when they went past that cap, the board accepted it on my behalf. We have managed to get them both back on loan, which is a massive bonus. However, let's go to the squad. We will see that Neil Gubbins has moved on. Neil Gubbins has gone to Bristol City for 1.4 million. This is what I mean. When I set it high, I thought, well, no one's going to come in for that kind of money. And they did. Bristol City came in at 1.4 million. And it was gutting because there was nothing I could do to stop it. So obviously, as soon as the transfer was completed, I went straight back in and brought him back in on loan. And he was more than happy to come, which is fine. But we're only going to have him for another season now, unless obviously we can get him back again at the end of the next season. Hopefully if we get promoted, then it might make it a little bit easier to get him back. But I imagine Bristol City are going to want him back at some point. And the next one, Daniel Davies, our captain, our midfield maestro, went to Liverpool for 2.5 million. 2.5! I know he's a good player, but Christ almighty. I set it so high, I thought, no one's going to come in for this kind of money. And now he's worth 5.5 million. I feel like I've been absolutely shafted. So, yeah. We've got him back on loan again. But, next season, Liverpool are going to want to be playing him. Or maybe the season after. I don't know. He's still 18. But Christ. I feel like we've been absolutely diddled. I know, financially, we're sound. I've got a massive wage, but I've got a massive transfer budget. I can't use that. I can't get the players in for that kind. I'm spending 16 grand of a 20 grand budget. I don't really have any players that I want. I've brought in a few extra players to sort of cover, but we've got some new players obviously coming from the youth. If you've been following Twitter, you'll know that we've had some new sign-ups, which is great. If you want to get involved, obviously let us know, and obviously we'll get you in. But anyway, time to meet the players, the new ones anyway. Now, this isn't the starting lineup for today's game. We'll go through that in a minute. I will have that all sorted. Adam Pengelly. He's a youth player, 17 years old. He's got some half-decent stats. He's got stats in the right positions. He will be a fringe player for this season. I can't imagine him creating an absolute storm just yet. He might go out on loan. But, he's looking promising. He's got some good free kick taking, which is quite quite pleasing. Not too great on the marking, but he is a centre midfielder. Tackling's okay. Determination's good, which, determination work rate means hopefully he's going to put in the effort to get himself better. Bravery's good, which is always a nice thing. He can, he's not going to back out of any challenges. He's fairly pacey. I mean, he's averagely pacey, really, isn't it? 10 and 11. I think he'll be good. I think he'll be a half decent. He's going to be a fringe player. Unless he comes in and absolutely creates an absolute storm. But yeah. Right, next we've got, where is he? Ollie. Ollie is our new striker. He's a target man. Well, he wants to be a target man. I don't think personally he's going to be a target man, but we're trying out him in different sort of positions, different roles. He looks okay. He's got some decent finishing, half decent composure. He's, again, averagely pacey. Well, he's not very good on the pace, but he's quite quick at getting to his low pace. But we can work on it. I mean, he is only 16. He is on a youth contract at the moment. So, if he does end up being an absolute worldie, then, we'll be fighting people off again. But yeah, he's looking half decent. We do need somebody to cover for Tomo if he gets injured, or maybe we'll go 2 up top. I've been toying with it. We'll work on it. I don't know whether we're gonna go for it or not yet. Next up, we have Rich Judges. Rich is going to be the cover for touchline on the left hand side. He's got some good crossing. He's got bags of pace, but that's pretty much it at the moment. He's half decent on the technique. He's pretty flary, so he's going to be in and around. He'll probably make a few sub appearances, and that will be most of what we're going to get from him this season. But again, 17 years old, I'm hoping that he can progress. If as long as he gets his head down. Determination not as high as I'd like it to be, and work rate is pretty poor. But we can work on it. He might be a worldie, he might not. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll just keep playing him and giving him appearances, play him in the under 23s, under 18s. Hopefully he'll do well. Next up, we've got Harvey Danter. Harvey Danter is a very flary, technically sound midfielder, really. He's going to be playing as an attacking midfielder. Sort of, maybe. He's okay. He's got a high determination, he's got a high work rate. He's got good teamwork, but he's got a lot of work to do. So he'll probably be going out on loan, hopefully get some first team experience and maybe improve on his stats. Push for a place next season. Well, we're not sure. We'll see how he gets on. We'll keep an eye on him. Next, we've got, where is he? George Bean. There he is. George Bean. Now, there's a story behind George Bean. George Bean was a regen for my wife's team when we used to play LMA Manager. He was, a completely, made-up player. But my wife took Plymouth to the semi-finals of the FA Cup in her first ever time she'd ever played at any management game. And we were both playing together, and she absolutely destroyed me, and it was quite embarrassing. This is going back all the way to 2008, I think. No, 2009. Anyway, so back in LMA 2007, but we were playing in 2009 because we had nothing better to do with our lives at that point. So she had this striker, George Bean, who she gave him a whole backstory, and he actually turned out to be fairly decent. So she asked me to put him in the game. So here he is. This is George Bean. He was found in Hyde Park kicking the ball around because that's the story she decided. And as we know, Twitter Town is based in Battersea Park, which is not too far away from Hyde Park. But yeah, that's George Bean. He looks half decent as a striker. He's going to probably go out on loan. He might be in and around the first team. I don't know. We're going to make it up as we go along and hope that he does okay. Right, next up, Matthew Thomas. Matthew Thomas is going to be a very, very good cover for Route 1. I think we got him on a free. Yep, from Southampton. I think he was released on a free, so we snapped him up. And yeah, he looks bloody decent, to be honest. I mean, he's, you know, we're not expecting him to score goals, so his low points are on his shooting and penalty taking. It's off the ball, he's, you know, needs a bit of work. But his tackling, his marking, you know, the holy trinity of defending is there. He's got some good acceleration, good pace, good stamina, so he's going to be a workhorse all game. He just looks, I think he looks solid as a right back. So he's going to be giving Route 1 a run for his money, really. You know, he could be in and around it. He could be pushing for his place. At the moment, he's been playing some games. He hasn't done too well, but we'll keep plodding away and see how he gets on. And yeah, that's the new youth intake as such. I've made a few signings to the team, sort of for cover positions. Declan Daniels, I brought in from Ipswich. I did actually pay 40k for him. I had money, so why not spend it? Oh shit! There we go. So Declan Daniels, he's going to be a good cover. I don't expect him to, you know, do amazing. He's just going to be there cover, although he did score in the last game. But yeah, he's got a half decent finish in. He's got a good jumping reach, so he might make a good target man. Although his heading, I think, needs a little bit of work. I mean, it is 11, so it's not too bad. He's going to be strong. He's going to be there for a target man. I think, you know, if we do need to go 2 strikers, we've got 2 target men-ish. But yeah, he'll be in and around the first team, probably playing a few games. There'll be a lot of sort of rotation for cup games and things like that. So that's Declan Daniels. Next one, who have we got? Owen Moore. Owen Moore, again, brought him in for cover. Where did I get him from? Brighton. I did pay money for him. That was, literally the end of the season. I paid 20k for him. I think it does go up to 40k if, depending on appearances, I think it is. But yeah, so again, another player I paid money for, but he's looking good. He looks, you know, he's well rounded as a defender. He's gonna do a job. He's gonna do a job, and he'll be there for cover. For if we lose, you know, just Mike or Rimmer, who, let's face it, the bids are flying in still for them. You know, Jono's got bids coming in, and they keep rising. And I've set higher asking prices for, you know. So the trouble is, as soon as it goes above that, then, you know, the board are going to go, yeah, we should sell them because we need all the millions, but we don't. We need to keep the players because we want to go up. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've done. Mainly, Harvey Nibbs, I brought him in again, another young striker who was recommended by the chief scout, Loki Doki. He said he's going to be good, so I said, all right, I'll have a punt with him. He needs a bit of work done to him, so he'll probably go straight out on loan. But you know, he could be good. He might not be. He's worth 10.5k now, and he's got work to do. So, you know, hopefully that's a good bit of scouting there. And I think that brings us up to speed. It does. Oh, Lewis Ward, the goalkeeper. My bad. Again, I needed cover because I released the 2 goalkeepers we had. They were just shite. So I brought him in as cover. I think I brought him in from... Where did I bring him in from? Margate. And I paid a lot of money for him. Don't judge me. I thought he was going to be quite good. I took a punt. I've got money to spend, so I spent way over the odds. And the fans and the board aren't particularly happy I spent so much on him. But it was what it was going to take to prize him away. In fact, originally I think they wanted about 200k for him. So yeah, I said, no, do you know what? I'll give you some money, Margate, because, you know, share the wealth and all that. But yeah, so anyway, we are playing today, I believe, Leyton Orient. No, Leyton Orient. I don't know why Leyton Orient would be down here. Lincoln City will be playing for our first game of the season, and it is at home, but home is not home. Home is Brisbane Road at the moment. That's why I was saying Leyton Orient, because our stadium is being extended to a 4,000 capacity, I think all seated. It was all paid for by the board, and I think 69 grand of it was a grant from the local authorities. So the Air Street Stadium is now not going to be featuring until April of 2018. So basically, the end of the season, we might be back in our stadium. But that's, you know, pretty much it. So yeah, Leyton Orient is the home of Twitter Town at the moment. We will be ground sharing with them for a while. So yeah, I mean, it's a chance to get a few. What's the capacity of Brisbane Road? 9,000 capacity. So maybe if we can get some decent gate receipts out of that, we could make a bit more cash, which is all good because if we go up again into the actual football league, then we're going to need some cash to strengthen. Because again, we'll be losing Davies and Gubbins at the end of the season, so we're going to need to be able to replace them. But this, having them back on loan has bought us a bit more time to find replacements and maybe get our players in. I haven't found a right midfielder yet as a backup for Gubbins, who is currently injured, and we're going to be struggling for the first game because he won't be playing in it. But anyway, I'm going to go get the team set up, and I will meet you guys at Brisbane Road. Right, guys, the team sheet is done. We are going with the tried and tested formation of last season. We're going to go straight out again with some well-known faces. We're going left back. We've got Flash. We've got Rimmer and Mike in the centre. Route 1 on the right-hand side. We are going to be playing Randolph Best, who is back from injury, and he's come back with a bang because he came in and he scored in his first game. So, I want to hold on to him. We've done bids for him, but they're not big bids. I don't know how good he's going to get, but we're getting bids for him. But I want to keep him because he's been quality for us. Dan Davies, obviously in the centre of midfield, hoping that he's going to put up a performance for us. Despite obviously he's given up the captaincy, so the new captain, as you will see, is our goalkeeper, Jono. Jono is now the proud owner of the captain's armband. And obviously you'll know the top three: Thompson, Touchline, and Waite. But we will be playing Zavon Hines on the right hand side to cover for Gubbins, who is currently injured. Although it did say he can do 30 minutes of action, I'm going to rest him for the entire game because there's just no point. I've got cover for him. We can, there's just if we damage him any further, then we're screwed, aren't we? So anyway, I shall meet you guys in the game when the team talks are done. Right, team talks are done. We're about to step foot for the first time into Brisbane Road for our first ever home game of the Vanarama Conference National. And yeah, let's do this, shall we? Come on, you Blues. Here they come. Bring on the mighty Twitter Town and Lincoln. Oh, we got it. If we can hit the ground running, we need to hit the ground running because the board wants us to get promotion. Or at least reach the playoffs. And if I've got to aim for the playoffs, I want to go up. The bookies think we're going to go straight up anyway, but I don't see it happening. Pre-season didn't go particularly well. We had I think a 4-0 defeat to Norwich and a 5-0 defeat to I forget. But it wasn't good, and we had I think one win out of the 3 games that we played. Anyway, this is Whitehouse in the penalty box. Don't take him out. It's Whitehouse shoots, it's taken a deflection, and Simmons has a tap in. Lincoln go 1-0 up after 5 minutes. That was unlucky, really. It was, it's pinged off the post. I mean, Jono's already on the floor at this point. You don't get much easier than that, do you? I mean, to be honest, Jono did stand and sort of stare over at the big pretty stand in the distance whilst Matey Boy shot. But 1-0 down. That's not the best of starts, and now we're going to have one of those halves where there's nothing happening. But Waite has got the ball now in centre midfield. Goes forward to Touchline. Touchline sort of a bit further in than I'd normally expect him to be. Hines to Waite. Plays it through Thompson, and he's stuffed it wide. Last season, he would have absolutely buried that. Okay. I don't know whether we should go attacking, really. I mean, the players have all played okay. Thompson with a 6.3 though, not great. I mean, I'm not going to make any drastic changes just yet. I don't think. I think we'll sort of go with it as it is. But yeah, that's not great, is it? A 1-0 defeat. Well, I say defeat. It's not like I'm giving up already, but we're 1-0 down at half time, and we can still come out of this match with a win. Do you know who we are? We're Twitter Town. Come on, boys. And we're back underway here at Brisbane Road. The score, obviously, is 0-1. And already, we're not looking too great going forward. Route 1's got a throw on the right-hand side. He finds Thompson, who loses it to 2 of their players. They pump it long. Mike will pick it up and go back to Jono. who's then kicked it long to Davies, plays in centre to Waite. Waite has now found Hines on the right hand side. Hines tries to play Thompson through. It was a good run. Now Randolph Best to Thompson, and Thompson tries to play touchline through, and we're just nearly balls at the moment, isn't it? It's just nearly balls. We're nearly there. Route 1 now picks it up, plays in Hines. Hines has got a bit of space. He finds Thompson now. Thompson closed down quite quickly. Now given to Best. Best plays it through the touchline. Touchline gets himself on the score sheet. It is 1-0. 1-0. 1-0, should I say. It's 1-0. Touchline bags his first of the season. And that's better. That's better. We're back in it. Good ball by Best. Again, like I said, he's just an absolute beast for a youth player. And touchline, great finish. Knocks it over the keeper in the end, I think, or around the keeper. But it might be time to start thinking about a change. We might have to start bringing Tom off, I think. Who should we bring on? Let's take Tom off because he's having a bad game. Let's give Ollie a match up top. But we're not going to play him as a poacher. We're going to play him as a target man. And anybody looking particularly tired? Dan Davies is looking quite tired. We'll keep him on for a little bit longer because he is playing quite well. Hines, nah, we'll keep him on because we don't really have anyone we can bring on really. But okay, we'll go with a change of striker then. Ollie now comes on to replace our 41 goal man from last season, Thompson. 68th minute then, it's still 1-1. Beavers then gives it to Woodard. I didn't see his name to be honest. Rimmer is dispossessed by Muldoon. And Best comes in and takes out Muldoon. And he's going to get himself a book in here. Ref's taking his time to come over. Apparently he doesn't know how to run. He's just telling him to calm down. That's good. I'd like to avoid any cards. Any red cards anyway. That's why Richie isn't playing today. I'm still pissed off with him. Oh no, it's Muldoon. It's 2-1 to Lincoln. That's a great cross in, to be honest. And a powerful header. I mean, he was in the air for hours. But again, we just... Who was that marking him? Route 1. He didn't even attempt to jump. Right. Let's make a sub, because Davies is now looking tired. Let's give Pengelly a game. A little bit of a run out. Touchline's been quality. He's looking okay. We don't really have much else we can bring on. Mike, looking a bit tired. Could bring more on, I suppose. Let's do that. Let's bring more on. But 2-1 to Lincoln. And now Muldoon gives it to Arnold on the right hand side. Gets it across, and Muldoon has finished it off. It's 3-1 Lincoln. We are dead and buried. This season might be a little bit more difficult than I anticipated. But there's plenty of games to go. We can change our fortunes. It's not like it's, all over from one game, but 3-1 isn't a great start, is it? Oh dear. Oh no. Not again. Now Best. Best gets it out. This is Ollie. Ollie now holds it up. Gives it back to Pengelly. Pengelly now plays it into Hines on the right hand side. Pengelly to Best. Best again looking for Waite. Waite plays it in. Touchline's round. Shoots, and it's a second goal for Touchline. The keeper was terrible. I don't even know what he was attempting there. He sort of scooped it into his own net. But maybe we have got a way back into this. I don't know. I mean, maybe. I mean, Touchline's been absolutely phenomenal in this game. That's a fucking piss poor goalkeeping, really, isn't it? Oh, dearie me. Oh, I can't see us getting back into this, but 3-2 looks a lot better than 3-1. Moore kicks it long. It's going to be brought down by Beavers. It is over. It is Twitter Town 2, Lincoln 3. And we have lost our first game of the season. And I'll tell you what, I agree with you, Golden FM. We should be telling them we should be winning these matches. So you should all be ashamed of yourself. Go back and think about what you've done. Anyway, guys, if you've enjoyed that episode, hit that like button. It really, I really do appreciate every like and comment that I get. And yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel. That way you're always going to stay up to date with what content comes out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Ta-ra.